The Clay Doll's Curse. In the late Qing Dynasty, cloth merchant Ling Shu and his wife Madame Jiao lived in Tianjin. After years of childlessness, Madame Zhao adopted a clay doll from Guanyin Temple, following the local custom through such dolls. The doll was exquisitely carved with painted features, and Madame Zhao treated it as her own child, dressing it in silk clothes, placing porridge before it at meals, and singing lullabies each night. Weeks later, strange things began. Every midnight, faint baby cries echoed through the house. One night, Ling Shu passed the doll's room and saw through a crack the doll sitting upright, its eyes glinting and mouth moving as if crying. When he rushed in, the doll lay still. Madame Zhao's behavior grew odd. She mumbled to herself and flew into rages if the doll's clothes were dirty. Once, she had to rush home to her sick mother, forgetting to arrange for the doll's care. That night, the baby's cries became shrill, and the maid saw the doll jumping angrily on the table through the window, causing her to fall off the ladder in fright. When Madame Zhao returned 3 days later, she found the doll's clothes crumpled and the porridge bowl broken. She locked herself in the room to clean the doll. That night, Ling Shu heard a scream and broke down the door. Madame Zhao lay pale on the floor, the clay doll sitting on her chest with its lips stained brown like blood. It jumped under the bed as Ling Shu approached. Madame Zhao never woke up. When the servant tried to smash the doll with a hammer, it let out a piercing shriek, and the servant's hand swelled instantly. That night, the cries were louder than ever, and several servants fell ill. Ling Shu sought help from a Taoist priest at Guanyin Temple. The priest explained the doll had absorbed Madame Zhao's longing and resentment, becoming an evil spirit that fed on human affection. He gave Ling Shu cinnabar and a peachwood sword, instructing him to sprinkle cinnabar around the doll at midnight and chop it. At midnight, the doll floated in mid-air. He pounced at Ling Shu, who quickly sprinkled cinnabar. The doll screamed and began to melt. Ling Shu chopped it with the sword, and it shattered into pieces, releasing a wisp of black smoke that dissipated. The cries stopped. Ling Shu buried the fragments outside the city and burned the doll's clothes. Though no more strange events occurred, locals still whispered about the Ling family's clay doll. On quiet nights near the old temple, some claimed to hear faint baby cries, as if the evil spirit still lingered.